The market usually follows the liquidity points. It goes from one liquidity, eats up that liquidity, and then from there it goes to the next point, eats up that liquidity.
High grade sipping on my liquor. Girls them a come, them a want, them a take her. Bad man, me a come in, me a wanna take her. Girls them a come, them a want it on the nigga. I steady sipping on my liquor.
So AMC right now is looking very interesting, as in 2024 could potentially be a good year. And the reason for that is that the price has actually been creating this support base where it's effectively just gotten to the level of $6.50, and every time it gets to this point, it bounces back off. So there's a lot of demand that's being built up around this area. The reason why it hasn't gotten far is because it's right at a resistance as well. So it's effectively right between the support and the resistance point. So the support being $6.50 and resistance being $7. So it just needs to create a lot of demand that would raise this price above the $7. And if the price breaks above the $7 resistance, then we can possibly see the price heading up towards this level of $11. But it's likely going to do that slowly rather than quickly, even though there's a lot of demand that would send the price above or breaking above the $7 resistance. So the price could potentially head up to this point of $11. And the reason for that is it's effectively a resistance, because the price got up to here around the 12th of October. There's a lot of supply in the market, created this resistance, brought the price down, and the bulls effectively brought price up, and the bears were like, nah, this is definitely true resistance. There was a lot of eyes on, a lot of people shorting the stock, a lot of people selling, all of that, which brought the price down, basically gapping all the way down at certain sessions. Like the session of the 8th of November gap down from $10 all the way effectively down to $8, even though it closed bullish. The supply was too much and it kept seeing this price basically fall. But the supply is effectively running out around this point. As you can see, there's a lot more bullish candles, green candles that are forming right now. The bears can't send this price further down below $6.50. This is a very good demand base that's being built up. So one of the things that's interesting is when AMC had a split in August, the price effectively just came crashing down, and part of the reason for this is basically the investors went confident in the decision to have a stock split, and they thought that is a bad idea and all of that, so, and especially with what's going on, AMC is effectively coined a meme stock, which is a bit of a shame, because we all know what happened last year, and a lot of the guys that invested in it, got in last year, and now they're checking out what's going on with AMC, will it recover and all of that. And AMC as itself, as a company last year, when everything was going insane, basically they were onto some good things. During the pandemic, AMC as a company was pretty much suffering because no one's going to the theaters. The company had to take out loans and all of that, which was a bid to effectively stay afloat and ride out the whole lockdown until they recover. I mean, a lot of companies were doing that at the time as well, even like Disney, all of that. They had to restructure their business model, do everything just to try and stay afloat. Now AMC is coined as a meme stock, taking their credibility away a little bit. But in my opinion, I think there's still potential for AMC, because a lot of people that got in at the time with the hype and all that, they might have left they most likely would have left by now. So what's left is maybe serious investors or people that are holding on and really believe in AMC as a company. So I believe that alone in the next coming years, especially as there's no more lockdown, all of that, so people start gradually getting back into theaters, and AMC as a company might start doing other things to basically investing into other business ventures, if they can get a lot of capital, if they can get more fresh investors, all of that. And that's part of why they had the stock split, just to try and entice people into investing, get new money effectively, so that way this can actually stop being coined as a meme stock. So with that said, if we have a look at the volume profile, now there's a lot of volume around the $8 mark, which makes a lot of sense because you see a lot of activity around this area, and the price broke above it around this point. effectively gapped high, although the bears brought the price back down. So this is roughly the resistance of this level, $8.47. And that's why I was saying that if the price breaks above the $7 resistance, then it will slowly creep up to the $11, but it has to get above the $8.47. And the reason why this is an interesting zone of roughly $8 is, one, there's a lot of volume on the volume profile, and two, this is effectively, there'll be a lot of liquidity around this area. So in terms of market structure, the market usually follows the liquidity points. You know, it goes from one liquidity, eats up that liquidity, and then from there it goes to the next point, eats up that liquidity. And a lot of the huge liquidity is set by banks. So those are effectively banks and institutional footprints within the market. So if you can find the liquidity points, then more than likely prices will head to those levels. So one of the liquidity points is around $8. So the price will likely head to that area, and there's not much volume in terms of the size of the volume around $8. There's not much from that point. And if it gets above $8.40, then the price will get towards $11 a lot quicker, just because the volume kind of is a lot less. But especially around this point, around $9, the volume is very low. You know, so it'll just be eating up all this liquidity heading up to this point, and then we'll see what happens. So guys, that was just a quick analysis to AMC, like an up-to-date analysis on AMC. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you guys subscribe, and of course hit that notification bell. Leave a comment below, let me know your thoughts on AMC. I invested, I think about investing. And also, if you like a chance to win £100, like, comment, and also share the video, guys, and one of you will definitely win £100, and I'll announce the winner at the end of the month. Thanks, guys. I'll see you in the next one.
Me high grade sipping on me liquor. Girls them a come, them a want, them a take her. Batman, me a come in, me a wanna take her. Girls them a come, them a want it on the liquor. I steady sipping on my liquor.